This is a poem that I've written about the way that we're sort of over-testing primary school kids to death at the moment. And also about something I saw that Nicky Morgan said a while ago about, when kids finish their SATs and they have like some ice cream and pizza with their friends and they watch Frozen to celebrate having done their SATs. Nicky Morgan thinks that that should be banned, which I think seems a bit mean. So I wrote a poem about it, and also about this thing that she says about all children must be above the national average. But if you have like any sort of basic understanding of the law of averages or just maths, then you'll know that you will understand that not everybody can be above average, because that's just impossible. But not to Nicky Morgan. So I wrote this poem, and it's called National Average. From the moment they take their first breath, they are marked in line with a baby next to them, for weight and height, and the day they take their first steps against their age and class and social standing. So when they're toddling in line with the baby next to them on the first day of reception, they are ready to be graded, tried and tested, marked in line with the national average, where every child must stand above the national average, because where's progress unless based on a handful of flimsy statistics? And school halls are crammed with podgy-limbed toddlers, wondering who took their sandpits away and replaced them with a paper and a pen they are yet to learn how to hold. And later, when they're told their score, their mark, their grade for their baseline assessment, they're learning their first lesson in how to deal with consequences of actions they weren't even aware of making. But now we know that you are John. Your mum took you to the theatre from the age of 2, played your Mozart while you were still in the womb, before you even had the consciousness to understand this would stand you in good stead for this day. And you are Hayley, whose house was a little more complicated, was never taken to the theatre to see the adaptation of Dogs Don't Do Ballet, whose parents scrabbled down the sofa of pennies, then decided to spend them on heating or eating, given it was now coming up to the 3rd of January. Done and dusted. Thank God we managed to get that sorted. Now carry that scorecard with you until the next time you're tested. And in the meantime, they're told to express themselves in active voices, using conjunctive adverbs and subordinate clauses, and learn history chronologically, which means it's intensely boring once you get past the dinosaurs. Here comes another round of tests and assessments. This time, they are just old enough to hold on to the idea if they don't do well enough, they're probably just not good enough, at least not as good as that golden pie in the sky called the national average, ever unreachable except for the most privileged. In year 6, we were still picking up bugs and wetting our knickers from too much giggling. Now I stand in primary school corridors lined with signs saying, shh, exam in progress. Like the ones you see during your GCSEs, your A-levels and the final year of your degree. And these are scrape-knee children with remnants of dinner around their faces, swapping football stickers in the queue for the exam papers. And even the ones awarded more time. The slow readers, the ones with special needs and statements, spending watery-eyed in empty classrooms, looking pleadingly from the teacher to the sunshine outside, remembering a time when just painting a picture of your goldfish was enough to get you a well done. But at least they have their post-test party to look forward to. Popcorn, pizza and Ice Age 2 on the big projector, where everyone in the room can feel like they are all in this together and remember that they are 11 years old. Except Nicky Morgan called ahead to say these frivolities are to be cancelled from today, because there is no space in the curriculum for a whole class flash mob of Gangnam Style, of a Henry Jones, for whom the national average is but a wondrous dream, to sing his own rendition of Let It Go. No. The only glimmer of hope is one rogue marker with whom all teachers are standing up with, like Spartacus and little chinks in the armour, like the schools minister, unable to correctly answer a question from the very test he so protectively crows over. Because surely it's not meant to be such a damn hard slog. It's meant to be numbers and words and science experiments, playing and painting and chanting the whys of Henry VIII, red puff bases and scorch-hot sports days, and celebrating the achievements of each individual, whether that's fractions or dancing or knowing all the songs from the Jungle Book. It's not meant to be tests and stress and impossible questions. Just let them enjoy a time when school is supposed to be fun with your mates and working out what you're good at but not always being the best. And when you don't know, well, a guess is as good as being correct. So just let them get on with it. Don't brand them with labels and marks that do nothing but make them feel thick. Remember, they're children. So let kids be kids and not some national average statistic.